If you're into the heavy stuff, I highly recommend checking them out. They are doing something that I think is unique and different with heavy music. They sort of sit in the same pool as the Dolly Thundering Concept, who I am a massive fan of, another French band, as it happens, Darko US, Novelists, Viljarta, who is another really super super heavy band. But they're taking heavy music. All these bands are sort of taking heavy music and they're putting a really legitimately new unique spin on it. They're incorporating really really intense production and bringing a lot of electronic elements into the genre of heavy, which I love. I think it's great. They're kind of doing now what in the 80s bands like Ministry and Front 242, My Life with Thrill Kill Cult, with what those bands were doing back in the 80s, this is sort of the new version of that 45 years later. It's intense stuff, to be sure. All of these bands are pretty heavy in terms of their general feel. And to a lot of people, that level of heavy is just too much, which is fair. But if you're into this kind of stuff, I think it's fantastic that bands continue, and this happens across all genres, not just in the metal realm. But I think it's great to see new bands evolving the genres and doing new stuff that we haven't previously heard. Not to say it's new, yeah, this has been going on for 5 or 6 years now, so it's not new. But I think a lot of these bands are starting to pick up some real steam and get noticed for this new style. And 1056 is one of those bands that deserves to be heard because they're doing something that is different.